YouTube app was freaking out on me. It wouldn't let me rotate it to go live, but I think I got it fixed. Looks like we got some people watching already. Let me see if I can see the chat here. I'm still bad at live streaming. Ah, there it is. Cool. Hey, Steve. Right now, well, I just started. I was working on the Power Miners Crystal Crawler, or whatever it's called. Oops. Why? Yeah, it's just telling me that the rotation is... That's weird. Anyways, so I wanted to do an updated room tour. Can y'all see it? Because it's telling me that the orientation is locked, but I didn't change it. Makes me nervous. Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, so it's just got this like gray gradient over it, saying that the rotation is wrong, but I'll just ignore that. Hello? Thanks. Okay, my wife confirmed she can also see it. Okay, so this is the updated Lego room. We'll just do a quick spin. Wow, so much. So I did a room tour this time last year, and I only had these back shelves up, these back 5. Since then I've gotten this whole wall, this other wall, and this one right here, and then there's also some right there. So it's making good progress. It's still definitely not done. Yeah, there's a lot I still need to do, but I guess we can just start and go around the room since now I've got most of everything displayed. There's still also some stuff that's stuck on the ground that I haven't decided where it's gonna go. Yes, that's correct. They are never done. These things will continue till the end of time. The main thing that I need to work on now is the lighting, I think. Now that I've got the shelves basically where I want them, I do still need a little bit of extra stuff for the shelves. Like I want to put in a couple more individual shelves like these guys here. Not like the entire thing, but just the individual shelf. Because I think I could fit more sets on them. There are some shelves that are relatively empty. So that'll require some shuffling around of stuff. But I think once I do that, I can start worrying about... I want to group some themes better. And you'll see as we go around that some of the themes that I have are kind of disjointed, so I'm not sure how I want to do that entirely. Like, I definitely want to keep all the castle stuff. Wait, where is it? There we go. There's all the castle stuff. I want to keep all that together, but then I might try to get, like, the town and space and castle, and pirates, all on the same wall there. Oh, yes. Yes, I love that I have just enough space at the top of the Billy bookshelves here to display some of the larger boxes. The only two that are too big is the Millennium Falcon, the original. Oh, I can't even see where I'm pointing. And the Black Seas Barracuda, the original. So those ones are over on that side, and I need to figure out what I'm doing. You know what? I'll just turn this around so that I'm not in frame. I need to figure out what I'm doing with this thing right here. It's a furnace that's like built into the house. And it's got a bunch of junk on it just that I don't know where else to put. Like, I've got all my Throwbots up here. So they're just kind of thrown over in the corner here, along with these boxes that are too tall. But at some point I want to remove this. I've just been nervous too because it's hooked up to a gas main. So I don't want to, I'm in a carpeted room, so I don't want to mess with that right now. That's sort of a secondary concern. But we'll just go around the room. This is the same setup I had over here, where hopefully someday I will do my filming of Brian's Bricks videos again. But right now, this is usually just where I'm building Legos. So that was one that my wife finished last night, the Botanical Garden, the Friends Botanical Garden. It's a really cute one. Got a lot of cool architecture, cute designs, cool plants. So, yeah. But this is basically the same. I still need to do a couple more things. Like, I want to get, I think, an overhead light here, like a bar light that can light it more evenly at least, because these little lights don't really do that very well. So I might replace these with like 2 big lights and then have an overhead light. And then I probably need like a better camera overall, just so I can get like the way this camera captures light, and you're probably seeing it now. It's very dynamic in a bad way. Like it's got harsh shadows wherever there's not direct light. So it could be better for capturing light, especially when I'm filming in a white background. So my previous phone was better. This one's, it is what it is, but at some point I'll just get an old used phone and work with that. But let's start at the actual shelves. So over here we've got Sealed Lego Island, big box. That's a nice one. And if you saw the Lego Room tour from last year, you've probably seen all this stuff. It's just laid out more nicer. So this is the what's it called? The Throwbots 8-pack. So this is like a single box that's got all 8 of them in there. And it shows the combiner model on that side, and then you've got the boxes on the inside. So then this is another one. I think since I did the tour last time I got this, or maybe I had just gotten it then, but we've got the Temple of Doom, just because it's a great set. And then we've also got the new, or I guess not new anymore, but a couple years back they had the new wave of Indiana Jones, so I had the car chase, the car plane chase there. Then we've got the factory sets. Chris and Mark signed both of these, so those are awesome. Right now I only had the Star Justice built. This one's still sealed, and so I'm waiting to review it to open that one up. And again, it's probably all stuff that you've heard before, but we're just giving an update here. Maybe not everybody has seen it. And if you have any questions about any of this stuff, feel free to ask. I'm reading the chat, so I should be able to respond. Below that, again, is... Oh no, Stever says Throwbots is how we got ball joints back in the day, cut them off. Oh man, that makes me sad. Cut them off the throw arms. That's crazy. I mean, I guess they are cheap even still, so, no harm, no foul. It's your Lego, do whatever you want. Dino Attack, another awesome theme that I got all of them within the past year, maybe some change. This I imported from Japan, as well as the Temple of Doom. So you can find a lot of stuff for cheap over there. Probably not anymore with all the tariffs and everything, so international is kind of wrecked right now. So I haven't been doing much importing lately, but these were some that I got sometime last year, and they're just really cool sets, and not crazy expensive either. Down here, we've got some of the older sets. So we've got this, I don't know what it would be called, I guess Samsonite era, where you've got the HO scale cars, and you've got the garage door there. And then we've got Weetabix Castle, which is the first castle set. And then we've got this Homemaker set, just because it's unique. It's got the minifigures in there with the mini doll, or not the mini dolls, I don't know what those are called, the Homemaker figures, I guess. So, weird combination, weird point in time where you had both of them in a single set. So this is sort of just like a 70s, 60s, and 70s preview shelf. I mainly wanted Weetabix Castle here to lead into the castle shelf, since it's like loosely the first castle set, but it was released under the Weetabix. It was like I think it was a mail-in promo or something. But, it's a castle. So I have it over here, but separate from the rest of the castle stuff. Below that, we've got the Bionicle shelf. So we've got the 6 original Toa, as well as the 6 McTorin with each of their respective Toas. And then just some other ones that I had as a kid or that I liked. So I got Brutaka as a kid, and that's the one that I've had ever since. And then I always forget the name of this one, but the blue Borak, and then the blue Rakshi. So I just like the look of the Rakshi, and I got that blue Borak as a kid as well. So I'm not huge on Bionicle, but these are some of the ones that I do like, and obviously the original 6 are just iconic. So yeah, that's this first shelf. This shelf's kind of a hodgepodge, and like I said, this one might change depending on where stuff ends up, but that's just where I've got it now. So then we've got the Vintage Castle line. So this is about 2.5 shelves here. Let me back up without crushing everything. So it goes this shelf, this full shelf, and then those two shelves. So just about 2.5. I do still have a couple more that I need to get, which is the Fright Knights. So obviously this one I'm missing the Bat Lord's Castle or whatever, or the Witch's Manor, Basil's Castle. Those are the two big ones. Other than that, it's like little polybag size builds. So I'm pretty close to being done. But obviously once I get that one, I'll have to find a space for the castle that's insanely tall for no reason. But we'll worry about that in the future. So starting over here, this is the classic castle. This one didn't really have a name, but it was just the cheese castle plus the joust set, and then the Knights Procession, and then you've also got some figure packs here. So I think there was 3 figure packs, and the Knights Procession is kind of a figure pack. So also the AC just kicked on, so if it's too loud, let me know. I can turn that off for the time being if it's drowning me out. But below that we have 6080, the Lion Knights Castle, as well as some Lion Knights themes. And one thing that was interesting that I only realized like pretty recently is that the Crusaders Castle, the King's Mountain Fortress, is listed as a separate theme on Bricklink, and it's got like 4 sets. I think it's this guy right here, the Dungeon Hunters or something like that, and then this cart, and I think that catapult are considered like Crusaders, but I cannot find any evidence that like Crusaders and Lion Knights are actually distinct. So I just displayed them together because they are the exact same faction. They've got the same emblems, they've got same build styles, same colors. So I don't know who made that arbitrary decision on Bricklink, but I just disagree with it. So put them all together. They're the same faction. And then mixed in here, we've got a little bit of Black Falcons, and so these are sets that came with both Lion Knights and Black Falcons, where like they're jousting or whatever, or it's a figure battle pack. So even the little figure packs I include in here, so the supplementary ones. And then below that, we've got the 2 Black Falcons. Yeah, Stever agrees. They're the same. Yeah, sometimes you'll see weird distinctions like that. I actually just got one removed recently from Bricklink where the loader dozer was on there twice as set 4950 and 4959, and that entirely stemmed because there was 2 North American catalogs that had a typo, which is clearly just a print error because 9 and 0 right next to each other on a keyboard. And so I successfully petitioned to get that 4959 removed from Bricklink and Brickset, which is great because that has been on there as long as I've been aware of both of those sites, and it's always been confusing and I wasn't sure where it came from. So I finally looked into it and was like, this is completely bogus, because obviously they weren't going to release it under that numbering scheme. So sometimes you find weird stuff like that on Bricklink, which can be annoying, but oh well. So below that we've got the Wolf Pack, which is only 3 sets, and then just some other random stuff that I've got. So we've got the Daniel Siskind, the blacksmith shop from 2002, which I love because this is very like 90s style for the castle sets, but it obviously came a little bit after. And then we've got the more modern remake, I think that was 2021, of the blacksmith shop, which is definitely the same like design as this one, but just modernized and very cool. This poor guy fell over. As well as just some random stuff, like I've got this custom chromed knight, an extra one of these Royal Knights Kings, some of the Black Falcons with the inverse torso print where the bird is facing left instead of right. Then just some other random things like some extra Wolfpack figures. I've also got these pretty cool Fright Night playing cards that I got from, hey Maddie, I got these from Japan, and they're just pretty cool. They're Fright Nights. Thanks, glad you like it. Yeah, so just some random stuff on this shelf. This one's also a little haphazard, but close enough to a theme. And then moving up here, we've got the Royal Knights. So Royal Knights has just a couple of sets. The main ones are obviously the castle here, which is one of my favorite castles of all time. This one's just so visually impressive. And then we've got the drawbridge, which I'm not a huge fan of. Then we've got a clutter of sets back here. We've got the King's Carriage, the like skeleton surprise one back there. The other thing I need to do with these shelves is get some risers. So like you can see this one back here is on like a clear riser. I want to bring that higher up just so you can see, like on the top shelf, you can see these a little bit better, especially over here where that just turns into a sea of minifigures. I want to give them some elevation so you can actually see what's back there. So that's another thing that I needed to just get a couple more of. I bought 2 sets of those already and put them in other locations like over there, which we'll get to later, and you can kind of see what I'm going for, but that's still something to be done. And then below that is one of my favorite sections, which is the Forestman. So this is the original Forestman line. We've got the, oh man, I always forget the name, the River Fortress, I think. And then we've got the Camouflaged Outpost, the River Crossing, which is another one of my favorites. Oh, and I forgot to show off the boxes up top here. So there's the box for the River Crossing and the Dark Forest Fortress, which is another one of my favorites. And Lion Knight's Castle and the King's Mountain Fortress. So some of my favorites up there. Just cool looking boxes. I love that yellow era of 80s and 90s sets. Just very iconic. Goes over there as well. So moving down, we've got, this is a mock that I made. That's just the style of River Crossing, but it's on the river base plate. And then we've got these 2 are mocks, well, not my mocks, but they are official creations from the Lego Ideas book from 1990. Hard to explain, but that's what those are. We've got the forge and a little tree hideout, and then we've also got the Forestman's Hideout 6054. And then we've also got, I think this is 1974. Yeah, that's a combo pack set. And then this is, I want to say this is also available in a combo pack, but I could be wrong. I think that's 1877. So there's only 6 Forestman sets. Oh, and then this is another minifigure pack that comes with 2 Forestmen, so I just put it over here. If I'm going too fast or if I'm speaking too fast, also let me know. So down here, Dark Forest section, we've got the Dark Forest Fortress. We've got the ambush something or other, Bandit's Ambush maybe, can't remember. And then the Hemlock Stronghold, and then in the back here we've got the remake of 6054 from 2022, I want to say. I just didn't have a space on the Forestman shelf for that, so I put it back here. And what's funny is there's a lot of these sets that once I finish the whole line I'd probably get rid of. Hemlock Stronghold is definitely the first to go. That one I just really don't like, which I said as much in my review of it. But these 2 I love, so I definitely keep those. Some of these other ones would go, like this one, 6073. I think 6074 is just much, much better. Stuff like that, just little stuff. And then moving down, we've got the Black Knight's Castle, which is another one of the top contenders for castle of all time. I think this is definitely the best use of the crap plate, affectionately, or actually unaffectionately named by AFOLs back in the day. But I love it, and I like the use of these wall panels here, just the good height that it gets while also being open in the back, so it's just a really cool design. And then we've got a bunch of the other little Black Knight sets. So we've got the Black Monarch's Ghost, the Ghost Outpost, this one's part of a combo set, the King's Archer, which is also part of a combo set. This one right here, the Battering Ram, is also part of a combo set. So a lot of these are combo set, like the smaller builds are. That's what I've found. And then here we've got the, I think that's called the Black Monarch's Castle, and that's the Black Knight's Castle, but they're same faction again. This one's just on a flat base plate. Then we've got the Siege Wall, as well as the Sea Serpent, and a couple other boats back there. So I tried to put all the boats together. This one impressed me when I built it. I wasn't expecting much out of it, but I actually quite like the designs that they were able to achieve on a flat base plate castle. Usually I'm very partial to the raised base plates. Yes, We love the raised base plates in this household. I think that people are way too hard on them in general, especially back in the day. But I think this set and that set have aged spectacularly. This one right here, I might have not highlighted it, but this is using an extra Dark Forest Fortress base plate, and it extends it outward. So you've got a 32 by 64 footprint, and it just adds this half of the castle on there to make it more complete. And I think that even boosts it up a lot more. Like, the set's already great, but I really like that addition, so I display it with that. Gives you a little road for the carriages to go on as well. Alright, cool. So that's almost all of the vintage castle. Then we have the Dragon Masters. We've got the Dragon Masters Castle, the Dragon's Den, the Dragon Transport. That's another one that I think is kind of mid. I would probably get rid of that. And got the cute little wizard's cart. I really like that one. And then we've got the Magisto's Tower, as well as the Magisto's Workshop. Then, like, the Dragon Trebuchet is another one that I'm not a fan of. Then we've also got some Fright Knights back here. So there's the Caravan with Basil. I like this one just because it's got Basil with his barding, and a Black Dragon, which is awesome. And then you've just got some other little ones here. Like, there's Basil with the dragon just as its own set. This one is sealed. Again, I'm just waiting to review that at some point. So, yeah, that is all of my classic castle. So I think I'm at something like 90 sets all told there, and I'm missing about 6 of them. So we're really close to finish with that one. And I think once I do, and once I get my big table in the center built, like right here, I'll try to do a full theme review so that you can kind of walk through the years with Classic Castle. I think that'd be cool to do. So once we are done with Classic Castle, we go into Pirates. First up, we've got the Red Coats, which with one of the best pirate sets, if not the best pirate set of all time, the Imperial Trading Post. And this one's just phenomenal. Another 32 by 64 footprint, and it's got a bunch of stuff, all the cool stuff. You got a boat with printed sails. You got all these tiles, printed tiles, and base plate, 2 base plates. So just an awesome set. Black Dragon sports black wings. The Night King, yes. Yeah, that is cool. I really am a fan of the trans neon orange wings, but then you've also got the original green dragons that come with red wings, and then there are black wings from other themes and stuff, like Fright Nights has those. So you can get a couple different colors on your dragon wings, which is cool. Always good to have some customization. Oh yeah, I forgot there's also just plain red. So, oh no wait, I didn't forget. That's what they have. Anyways, yeah. So we've got some other red coat sets. This one's part of a combo pack with the, I want to say Dragon Masters. Yeah, it's this one up here. So any combo pack sets that I have, I always get like all the sets in the combo pack. Like this is another example. This is part of a combo pack with these 2 down here. So I just like having the full set there. A lot of times they're harder to track down, especially if the instructions are like separate. Sometimes the instructions are built all together or like printed in a single pamphlet. Sometimes they're separate instructions, which can make it harder to track down. So below that, we've got the Blue Coats with Eldorado Fortress, another really good one. Obviously, I think the fort build is better on this one than that one, but I think overall the Imperial Trading Post gives you a lot more, so I'm more partial to that one. And then we've got Saber Island in the middle here, and then we've got the Lagoon Lockup, which is just another fantastic one. And then we've got Broadside's Brig, which is like a sized down version of Lagoon Lockup. And then this one's kind of like a sized down version of Broadside's Brig, just with that single wall and arch there. So kind of got 3 different sizes of a pirate fort build or an imperial fort build. So those are cool. The blue and the red coats, those are those 2 shelves. I really like those, that sub theme a lot for pirates. And then below that, we've got the Islanders. We've got King Kahuka's throne over there. We've got the catamaran in the center, and I really love these canoe pieces with the stickers on them. I think those are awesome. As well as, obviously, this printed sail is really cool, too. And then you've got fun stuff like the printed animal skin drums, Nice printing on the minifigures. You got these cool tribal shields here. Just a lot of fun details on these sets. And then, of course, we've got the really tall palm tree here, which is awesome. I love these modular palm trees that they used to make. Wish they would bring those back. I really don't know why they stopped with those. They're just so cool and they work well. Yeah. And then below here is another one that I got within the past year. Hello, Lego Tours. And then, yeah, so this one I just got within the past year, Enchanted Island. This is another one that's been on my want list for many, many, many years. So I finally found it for a pretty good price. 9-year-old, 1990, you got the Black Seas Barracuda. Wow, that's crazy. That is quite the haul. Sorry, it always disappears. Caribbean Clipper, Eldorado Fortress, Black Seas Barracuda. That is a really good haul. That was like the first year of Pirates. That's awesome. Yeah, so then we have my only Spaniard set, which is this little loading dock here. I love these sets, but they are so expensive, but the colors and the builds on them are pretty fun. Yeah, and then we've got King Kahooka by himself. So yeah, that's my Islanders shelves, 2 of those there. So another fun theme. And then moving up here, we've got the Black Seas Barracuda, just iconic. And then my buddy got me this from the Lego house a couple years back. So he was nice enough to bring a ton of those back for me and a bunch of friends that we were able to basically pay what it cost, which is awesome. So you've also got some, so this is like another one of those combo sets, and I think it pairs with, where did it go? Oh yeah, this the guard shack down there with the ghost. Then we've got some of the other like small polybag builds, 1989 wave, 1989, and then I've got my box that I was shown earlier for Black Seas Barracuda over here, and this is a really nice condition box. I wish I had room on top of the shelf to display it, but it just doesn't fit. So that's where it's got to be for now. Hopefully I can find a better spot later. But then below that, we've got this mock that I made that is like a Forbidden Island or whatever. You got a little skull build there. This one I've had built since like, I don't know, 2020 or something like that. Just fits the vibes, so I put it up here. Maybe at some point I'll take it down if I need to make more room, like for the Batlord's castle. But for now it stays. Then we've got the Shipwreck Island. This is another one I'm not too big a fan of. It's just very disjointed. I don't think it does the aesthetic it's going for very well. It's kind of all over the place. There's no real central build here. But it's got some fun pieces. I mean, obviously you've got the palm tree, you've got the flag, you've got monkeys, sharks, pirates, cannons, wall pieces, printed wall panels, basically all the fun pirate parts that you could want. But I think that this one here does it better, so I like this one, and I think probably just because it has the base plate, which is always fun. Yeah, Shipwreck Island is definitely a Pirates part pack. That one is like, or this is what the Shipwreck Island was trying to do, in my opinion. I think that this one is going for like the worn down Pirates Cove look, like a ragtag built out of whatever they can find, but I think it looks a lot more cohesive overall once it's built. You've actually got some structure to it. You've got two of these rope bridges, which is awesome. You've also got a little dock section with a raft and an Imperial's boat. So I like this one a lot. I got this one on Facebook Marketplace maybe a year or two ago, and it also came with the box, which is awesome. And then I've also got the Eldorado Fortress box up there. So these are like the 2 iconic 1989 sets that you got the Pirates and the Pirates and the Imperials. So love those ones. Yeah, so like if once I review all the Pirates, I'll probably get rid of that one and keep that one because I think that one's just a lot better. You've got, I don't even know, this one might be called Shipwreck Island or something, but this is basically the smaller version of this one up here. So you see that a lot in Pirates where you'll have a motif and they'll just do a smaller version of it. So this is a 16 by 16 printed base plate. That one's pretty nice. I think it's a little bit better just because it's smaller than this one, but Then we've got some more. You've got the Treasure Island, I think is what this one's called. So you've got like the hidden treasure under there. You've got the sliding rock face, which hides the skeleton back there. And then a palm tree and some pirates. So basically everything you need. Yeah, that one's good fun. I like that one. And I think that's all the pirates. So yeah, the Imperials, Islanders, pirates, good stuff. Below that we have the Western line. So we've got all of them down here, or at least a sampling of all of them. So like we've got the Western town with the bank and the general store, as well as the sheriff's office, and then you've got like the wagons and the covered wagons over there. And the only one that I don't have that I would want to get is Legorado Fortress, just since that one's so iconic, and I love the wood structure. And you get a little bit of that with these ones, but I really love just like the whole frontier look of the Legorado Fortress, or not fortress, but fort. Anyways, so that's one that I would still get. Again, I'd have to make room for it, and I'm telling myself now that if I can't fit my sets on display in this room, then I am doing something wrong. So, you know, if this is already full and I want to get bigger sets, I'm going to have to make room for it, because this is just too much Lego. So I don't need more than this, that's for sure. If I can't display it all, then I'm going to get rid of it. So moving down, we've got the Native Americans. This one is the Rapid River Village, which is just iconic. I mean, this one's got basically everything you need, a whole sampling for this sub-theme. You've got the teepees, you've got like all the minifigures, you've got the canoes, you've got the tree stumps, you've got a bunch of printed pieces, very detailed printed figures. This one's just so cool. So I think that this is a good sampling here. Like I said, you got the town, you've got the the Native American place, and then you've also got the Legorado Fortress. So I think that would be like the full sample of the Western line if you could only get like one of each set. And then we've got Rain Dance Ridge down there, just some more figures. Oh, and then that is a separate set for the Chief. So, yeah, that's what I've got for those. Love those a lot. Very iconic 90s theme. And then for those, I've got the boxes. So I've got the Rapid River Village, which I got from Dana, the box for that one. And then the I think it's Gold City Junction is this one here. So I might need to find a better way to display those at some point, but that's where they are for now. And then after that, we've got the Aquazone, so 90s stuff. And then I've got the Aquazone, the Neptune Discovery Lab box up there. And there is the Neptune Discovery Lab. Again, this is another one that needs some risers so you can actually see what's going on back there. But we've got the, only had the Chief one in Legorado. Yeah, I didn't have any of these growing up. I was always jealous of them because I would see them in like the Ultimate Lego book. And they just looked like so detailed and so fun. Just like really cool sets. So I was glad that I was finally able to get at least a sampling. Like I probably won't get the full line since my buddy has the entire Western line. But I think this is a good like sampling of everything. So you get like all the different minifigures, all the unique pieces, the printed base plate, and that kind of cool stuff. So, yeah, got Aquazone, got the Sea Claw, which I think is a really dumb set. So that's one that would probably go. But it's strangely like rare for some reason. I don't know why. And then we've got the, I think, Crystal Crawler, Crystal Scavenger, Hydronauts, and then not Aqua Sharks, not Aqua Raiders. Is it just Aquazone? I can't remember what the generic theme is. The yellow and blue. But then you've got the yellow and green, which is Hydronauts. I know that much because this was one of my first Lego sets, period. I had that when I was like 3. So you've got the not the Neptune, the hydrocrystallization station. This one I think is really cool, pretty underrated, or at least doesn't get talked about very much. But I like this one a lot. You've got a lot of cool pieces, even some dust on there. I need to dust these too. But you've got these like trans green domes, which are cool. You got this raised base plate with like the gray printing, the grayish blue printing. I think that looks awesome. Oh yes, this base plate right here. So this is more just like a play base plate. There's no studs on it. It's just like a hard piece of plastic. So it's yeah, it kind of is like the raised base plates here, but there's just no studs. But it was bundled with this set. Yes, aqua dust. That's right, authentic underwater dust. So yeah, these two were bundled together. You could get this set without the base plate, but I found the base plate for like really cheap and figured I might as well pick it up. So that's the Aquazone and Hydronauts. And then below that we've got like the bad guys faction, which is the Aqua Sharks. This is the Aqua Sharks Cave or something like that. This one's kind of mid. I mean, the ship itself is pretty cool just because it's quite large and it's got that cool shark motif. But Aqua Sharks has never been my favorite. I also like the raised base plate on this one, of course. You've got the space crater plate, but printed in blue. So that was one of the main reasons I got this one. This is a set. This is another just Aqua Shark set. This is another Aqua Shark set. This is a, what are they? The ray guys, the manta rays or something like that. This is another one of the similar like base plate, but not a base plate, or like a place thing. But it's a manta ray, just like piece of plastic. Hey B Brick Builds, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I agree. I think that the idea of Aqua Sharks is better than the execution. I think that the builds themselves are pretty samey and I don't know, they're not as fun as like this guy right here, or like even that sub right there. I think that the other Aquazone themes are stronger overall, but some interesting stuff. Then we've got the first wave of Aqua Raiders before the 2007 version. This is the, I want to say it's the Reef Wrecker, and I'm probably getting a lot of these names wrong, but I'm probably close. Hello, Omer. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so these are like the quote-unquote bad guy factions, and there's a lot of different Aquazone factions. So like you've got the Aqua Sharks, the Aqua Raiders, Aquazone, Hydronauts, Aqua Sharks. Do I collect Ninjago sets? No, but I do have this one, the Ninjago City Gardens, and I do collect ninja sets, so I'm mainly focused on vintage stuff, which is, I would say 95% of my collection is like before the year 2005 at this point, so 20 years old and more. So that's what I focus on. So below the Aquazone stuff, we've got our classic space. And of course, you got to have the iconic, the Galaxy Explorer. This one's from 1979. And I've also got some of the other 1979 sets in here, like the I don't know, radar something or other, which uses the clear castle shields. And then we've got the mobile launch thing, as well as the 2014 or 2013 Lego Ideas Space Mech, classic Space Mech, which comes with the green space figures. And then we've got another 1979 rocket back in there, as well as this, which I want to say is early 1980s, more 1980s, like 1983, something like that. And then we've got the remake from the Lego Movie 2, where you've got Benny's Space Squad. So here's the remake rover, and then here's the original one with the Galaxy Explorer set. So I'm just trying to display it all over here. We've got the, what is it, 1980 or 1981 Space Base. I forget what that one's called. I do have the box for it, but I guess I put it away. The 79 sets even predate. Yeah. I'm born in 96, so these are quite a bit older than me. But again, seeing them in the Ultimate Lego book, they've always just been iconic sets that I've wanted to own. So this one I got, I want to say maybe a year or two ago. 2 years ago. So yeah, this one I've had a long time. I want to say since like 2018. Sounds about right. And it had the box, which is awesome. So bunch of other little sets in here, like a couple more combo sets, like this one right here is part of a combo pack, and this one is also part of that same combo pack. And then we've got some other fun stuff, like some rocket launchers. These are like mid 80s once you start getting the blue mixed in there, or the blue and the black and the white color scheme you're getting later into the 80s. As well as like Blue Spaceman is mid 80s, so we've got Benny there, and there's actual Benny from the Benny Space Squad. Then we've got this guy's like surprisingly rare. I don't know why, but just this little rover set with the blue space guy. You got some weird sets like this one back here that I just pieced together because I was close to being able to finish it, so just got them all. Yeah, so those are my 2 classic space shelves, and then I've got this guy over here, the remake of the Galaxy Explorer, and I got the 48x48 crater base plate using the Lego Star Wars Vader and Obi-Wan Showdown set. It's a pretty cool alternate build that you just get the bricks from that set, and I was able to get that set on clearance for like half off, and then I sold the minifigures, so I essentially got this, these bricks for free, and you just put it on a 48x48 base plate, and then you've got a crater base plate that is properly sized to the new Galaxy Explorer, so I think that looks great. I wish I had space to display it over with my other space stuff, but those shelves over there are just too shallow, so he has to go over here with the Pirates of Barracuda Bay, which is another one that I would like to display next to the Black Seas Barracuda, but again, these are like 48 deep, and those shelves over there are 32 deep, so these guys hang out over here, which is fine because they're, modern remakes of the old stuff, so it all works out, At the bottom here, I really hate this shelf because I hate 90s space. Once you get into the 90s, space just becomes really stupid, and I don't like it. So, but since this, in my mind, this is essentially a Lego museum, I keep a sampling of basically everything from the eras that I'm interested in. Yeah, the Galaxy Explorer really is large. It's like, I want to say like maybe 200% the size of the original, so just area-wise. In fact, let's go take it over there and compare, because this one really does look small compared to the new one. Charmander says 90 space is the only space he likes. So there's a good comparison. Yeah, I always give Slugger a hard time because I know that he loves 90 space, and so his whole Discord is like also 90 space. Like that's some of their favorite stuff in there. And I just, I don't know, it's not for me. I don't know why. Like, I got into 80s and 90s Castle after the fact, and I have a soft spot for, like, this early era of 80s and 70s space. But once you get to, like, the mid-80s, it starts to fall off. Like, to me, this is, I'm just like, what even is happening here? Like, what are we doing? Whereas, like, this and this and this are just like so sensible. They look good. And like this, but then you get crazy stuff like what is happening here? Like what are we doing? So, and I think it just gets worse and worse from there, where it gets less cohesive. Like this whole set, this whole theme, this is like 6 different space themes, and they were just pumping them out like every year. Like and the builds are just so weird. Like, you've got UFO. I have this one because my brother had this growing up. Oh, sorry, I might have missed some chats there. Let me check. Yeah, space mocks are good. Do you agree that space sets mostly do nothing? Yeah, that's sort of how I feel. You can make some cool stuff, but, like what is happening? That looks so stupid. And I refuse to be told otherwise because I have eyes. This one's cute. Just because it's a big old buggy with oversized wheels. Got a lot of random stuff in here. The main reason I have this shelf is because these are Kabaya promos. Man, I wish it would stop hiding the chat. Okay, there we go. Only care about Castle and Adventure. Then also some reason really like classic Pirates and 90 space, especially UFO. Yeah, and again, I hear that a lot, that a lot of people like this stuff, but like Spurious, hate it. And then Space Police, also pretty bad. Like, what is this guy? What are we doing? This one's cute. And the couple Ice Planet sets I kept. You got the, I'm going to blank on the name here. But then we've got the unnamed set that's a combo pack with like a town set. You got the ice sled. Oh yeah, so these are Kabaya promos as well as these 4 back here are Kabaya promos, so that's why I keep those. And that's my only M-Tron set, just to say I have one. This Space Police set is fine. I like the bigger Space Police set, like the giant ship. I think that one's cool. And then I've got, this one is part of the Forestman combo set that includes the Forestman and like a town set. So again, I have these for a reason, but I just don't like the way they look. And it just looks so cluttered. There's so many tiny little small builds for space. So we've got Explorians, another dumb theme. The only good thing about Explorians is the android in there. So this is a mock I made in the style of classic space or 90s space, so that's fun. But yeah, that's the shelf that I definitely am gonna reorganize or maybe do away with if I can find a better place to fit some of these in. Ooh, the Megacore Magnetizer. That one is really cool. That one is one that I would probably like keep if I could find it for a reasonable price. The reason I don't have it is just because I don't want to pay like $300 for it. Like if I could find that for 150, I'd definitely get it and keep it. But yeah, it's 90 space doesn't do enough for me that I'm willing to spend the kind of prices that people want for it. Other ones that I had in the past that I sold because I just didn't like them at all was the Ice Planet base, the Blacktron 2 base, the Space Police 1 lockup. Just so dumb. I like hated those sets. But I had them just because I was parting them out or got them for good prices, and then was like, I'd rather put this money into like other themes that I would actually care about. Similar vein to that, I've got some of these ones that I moved off the shelf because I'm probably gonna sell them or otherwise get rid of them. Like this era of classic space, I don't like. I think that's what, Blacktron 1, maybe? I could be wrong. No, I think that's Blacktron 1, yeah. Like, what is this chicken walker? It's like a dumb version of the granite grinder. Anyways, insectoids, they're okay. They're kind of weird. Oh, and then I've got my classic space guys. So I've got one of every kind of just the standard ones. So I don't have the light gray because they don't have a new light gray classic space helmet, and they don't have an old light gray space torso. So I'm waiting on that one. Hopefully we'll also get a dark gray since we do have a dark gray helmet, but nothing else. Yeah, I got this one primarily because they came out with the remake, and I liked these little fin pieces. And I was like parting it together at the time, so I just finished that one. But it's yeah, I don't really love the design of it. It's definitely better. This one is definitely better than this one, but I'll probably get rid of both of them at some point. Maybe I'll keep this one just so I have a Blacktron 1 set, but we'll see. Yeah, so these are all the official colors. We just recently got the green one, and I think that's it. Yeah, I still need the white Space Baby. I think that's the only thing I'm missing from here. All right, so that is all my space stuff. Really only a half a shelf there, but that's all I need, honestly. Space is definitely like one of my least favorite of the classic LEGO themes. So moving on over, we've got Rock Raiders. These are some of the official sets. I've got some of the boxes back there. The Rapid Rider and the Granite Grinder here are sealed. The rest of those are open. And then we've also got the Granite Grinder here. We've got my Custom Chief. And then we've got, where's the real one? There's the real Chief back there, as well as the Kabaya promos. So these are all the official sets, these 2 shelves, as well as some other fun merchandise, like the keychain I got from Slugger, this Rock Raiders mug I got from Germany, and then these Rock Raiders playing cards I got from Retrofit on Instagram. So check him out. I think he still sells these, but they're like entirely custom Rock Raiders playing cards, and they're really cool. And then, let's see. So yeah, this is another shelf that I need more risers just to make this stand out a little bit more. Another one of my Custom Chiefs. And then just a Rock Monster, some other stuff. And then here is my mobile headquarters mock. And One thing I found out recently from Slugger's Discord, people were talking about it, is the fact that these printed 30303 parts are like very hard to find now, and I had picked up a ton of them back in 2020 when I had started this project. Yeah, Fever. I have 2 Chiefs that I got when I was a kid, but then I made a bunch of these custom ones just because I know that he was really hard to find, and I was selling those a couple years back. I finally sold out after like a year of selling them, but it's pretty close to the real one. I mean, it looks really good in my opinion. So, yeah, so I had like a bunch of these that are really hard to find on Bricklink now. Like 2 back there on those guys. These are prototype models, so these are from the Ultimate Lego book. You've got the Loader Dozer and the Granite Grinder. So this one's actually a custom roll cage that is the size of like the 4x10 windscreen from that same era. Here, actually, I can find an example. Got one right here. So it's like a roll cage version of this windscreen, same dimensions, but I had to model it in SolidWorks, and then I 3D printed it and painted it. So slots in right there, since obviously they never produced that piece. Spray paint on these on the roll cage and the rock monster to make it look like the ice monster in the book. Yeah. This is from the video game, and then below this I've also got more of the video game models and some other prototypes. So we've got like the water carrier, you've got the large mobile laser cutter, the small mobile laser cutter, the support station, the docks, geological center, power station, super teleport pad, both tool store versions, and then the small teleport pad. And then some other stuff I don't have room for yet, but I'm going to get a shelf for, is the repair exoskeleton mech, the canteen, prototype transport truck, prototype small digger or something like that, and then the ore refinery. So I think that's actually a finished game model, but basically I'm going to have to get another shelf for the rest of the Rock Raider stuff. But this is all the stuff that I brought to Atlanta Brick Con in 2023. Maybe I'll do that again this upcoming year, just since it's been like 3 years at this point, so might be worth showing it off again. I'm really proud of this stuff. It was a lot of fun, a lot of time spent reverse engineering those. So in between here, which is going to move, is the studio stuff. So we've got the Japanese Coca-Cola promotional stuff, where we've got the like Coke bottles, the glasses, the 1x1 cones that are only in this set, which is weird to me, and then some other fun like exclusive parts like this hat in red, or the T-Rex in red back there. So, or like these mini dinosaur parts in red and orange, as well as this is like Studios Jurassic Park 3. That's what it was. Couldn't remember. We've also got some Studios Kabaya promos, these 4 here, and some of the monster sub-theme for Studios, like the werewolf and the mummy here. Just some fun stuff in Studios. So those are the ones that I have. And man, it's already been an hour. I might try to speed this up a little bit. We're only done with the first wall here. Look at that. It's crazy. Yeah, we'll move a little bit faster from here on out. And thankfully, this next wall I already showed off pretty extensively last year, so you can just go watch that one if I'm going too fast on that. So here we have the Arctic theme, all the sets, including the prototype unreleased like snow plow or snowmobile from 1998. And then the stickered version and the non-stickered version of that polybag set, as well as like that little the ice segment that comes with the combo pack with this set. So that's the whole theme there. I think I reviewed just about all of them. I think that's the only one that I haven't reviewed. My Fleebnork, good question. They're actually right here. I've got 2 in my Rock Raiders base. But the original Fleebnork is in this guy right here. So that's the set that it comes from. Good call out there. Um, I want to say I have a third one somewhere, or I guess that is three, but I feel like I had another one that's somewhere else, but I can't remember. But yeah, they hang out with they're eating the energy crystals, I guess. Here, we'll give them one to snack on. If I can get it to stick to the base plate. There we go. So now he's snacking. Yeah. So original Arctic line, I really love that one. And moving along, we've got the Ninjago City Gardens. I wish I had room or money for all the other Ninjago City sets, but we just don't. So this is what we've got. Me and my wife built this one together. This one was a lot of fun and needs to be dusted. But yeah. And then this one my brother got me last year, the Viking Village, and I put the other two Viking sets that I have. So the original Viking wave. So you've got the longboat and the Fenris or Fenrir wolf. Can't remember. Those ones I had since I was a kid, so I really like those themes. And then back here are my only two Ninjago sets other than the gardens. So just two poly bags from 2011, back before I stopped caring about the theme. Because originally I was very excited that ninjas were back, but instead I just spent all that money on the original ninja line. Here is the Extreme Team, like challenge or whatever. I did a review on that one. It was actually new open box, which is cool. And then some other, like these are both combo builds with some earlier themes that we saw over there. So they just hang out here. We've got some small racers. This is a hodgepodge back here, but didn't have anywhere else to put it. This is one that I actually just got a couple weeks ago. The Flying Sail Marina. This one's really cool. Very iconic, like mid-90s town style. I really lucked out in this one that I got it for $30 shipped. And it's the entire set. It's got all the stickers, all the minifigures, had the instructions, had like the cutouts from the box. I couldn't believe that they must have just priced everything randomly, because some of their sets were like way overpriced. This one was obviously way underpriced, but I was thrilled to get it. So it was one that I've always liked, but I never wanted to spend like $200 for. So once I got it for 30, I was like, well, yeah, I'll get that. Like, I'll keep that. So that one's a really cool one. Way bigger than I expected to. Like, I did not expect it to have this big of a footprint. So I'm going to need to figure out like how I'm going to display this one as well, because it's also too deep for the 32 by 32 shelves. So we'll figure that out later though. Let's see, did I miss anything up here? Oh yeah, that is sealed. Still need to review that. But that's going to be later, because that's going to be a whole process as far as testing out and making like a mini movie with that. So that's going to take a long time to sort out. Over here we have my Lego Universe stuff, which I also brought to Atlanta BrickCon 2 years ago. Some of the rewards, or some of the awards I got there from Double King, Pink Bucket Nation. I can't remember what this guy right here is, but appreciate those. And then the Lego Universe pets, all the little pets you can get in the game. And yeah, then down below that I've got my Life on Mars stuff. So this is the entire theme. Another fun thing to look out for Life on Mars is the earless Martians. So these guys right here, you can kind of see, it's actually hard to see, but they don't have little flat cutouts for ears, whereas these guys here do. So it's something that was changed pretty early in production, so the printers could better grip them to print on these, because I imagine that they were seeing some print drift on these because the machine didn't have like a flat surface to grip on, so they added those ears for that purpose. So pretty cool. That's speculation, but like knowing the manufacturing process, I can't think of another reason why they would add that in later. So that's the reason I'm going with. Spread it as fact. So yeah, so then we've got the mechs here along with the excavation searcher. These all have the little like hookups that go to the hangar bay. Again, this is another one that's really hard to display. Yeah, other people that have a bunch of these themes have looked, or a bunch of these minifigures have looked into it. It seems to be about a 4-to-1 ratio. So for every 4 ear guys you have, you'll have 1 earless. So earless guys are like slightly more rare, but they're not like crazy hard to find. They're out there. So these are the ones that I have. I want to get all the like named characters earless, so that's what I've got so far. I think I'm missing like 4. So yeah, just something I've been on the lookout for the past couple of years since I've become aware of it, just like whenever I'm at conventions or shopping online. Then we've got the humans down here, so they don't really have a whole lot going on. And then some other Martian themes. These are also the Kabaya promos for this theme. So those 4 sets there, or actually no, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 over there. This one is part of a twin pack with that one, which is a Quaker Oats promo. So weird stuff. And then we've got some more 80s and 90s Town down here. Town is another one that I'm going to have to figure out like how I want to actually display all this, because it goes with Paradisa, it goes with Lego Island, which I also don't have displayed right now. But we've got some of the Outback sets down there. We've got the cocaine smugglers that like literally have like bricks of cocaine in their airplane, and they're like in the Outback, so pretty cool. And then we've got the Outback Airstrip. Yeah, the Pure Police is back there. That's a 80s one, but it's got the same raised base plate as like this one right here, or where's the other one? The Hurricane Harbor, that's what it's called. That one's very distinctly like Lego Island themed. So then we've also got some divers back here. I think this is probably the best diver set, so that's the one that I have and have displayed. You've got a whole bunch of different like sea creatures. You got the dolphin, the white shark, the manta ray, octopus, a bunch of stuff like that. Swordfish or saw shark, whatever, back there. So that's a fun one. And then over here we've got some more beach themed stuff. So we've got the surf shack. This is a triple combo pack. This one right here sold as a unit together. Looks like there's something there. I think that might be a bug. So the other thing is keeping all the dust and the bugs off these shelves is a challenge. We've got the Baja Buggy, which, yes, I do like four wide vehicles. They're pretty fun. The Baja Buggy is featured in Lego Island, and so yeah, I need to have like a Lego Island shelf eventually. So above that, we've got some more town stuff. We've got mail truck. We've got a fireman. We've got the motorcycle shop, another classic 80s set back there. We've got the Shell station and the Shell convenience store, which are 2 that I had growing up, so it was cool to get those recently complete again. We've got the McDonald's back there, which is another one I had growing up, so this whole section right here is like my childhood town setup, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's my town stuff, is kind of these 4. But then we've also, of course, got the Paradisa. We'll keep it moving because I think all this stuff is the same. Like these 3 shelves here are the same as last time. So over here, this is new, is the Mission Deep Sea. I don't have much of it. These are the Kabaya promos back here, these 3. 2 of them are the same. This Ogle and this Dash are the same. But then this one in the center here is different compared to the North American versions, where you've got the Ogle, the Dash, but then the center one is actually an octopus with an Ogle drone. This one is unique in that it's the only set that comes with a black swordfish, so that one's kind of rare to find. This is one that my brother had, this is one that I had, so got those for nostalgia reasons. Yeah, Wave 2 for Alpha Team is not that big for me. This one's a mock that I've had built forever. This one's just okay. Probably at some point I'll have to take that apart and won't be too bummed about that. This is the first wave of Alpha Team, 6 sets, very simple. Not much to say about this, although I do love it. This is the 3rd wave, the Deep Freeze. This is one that I got maybe a year or 2 ago that I'd always wanted as a kid. It's just okay. Might not have lived up to the hype, but it's still cool to have a raised base plate with that ice printing. We've got this cool Scorpion set. Got this Mobile HQ, which is one I had as a kid. These 3 in the front here I had as a kid. That one I did not have. And that one also goes with this like bug walker thing back here. Another kind of mid one. This theme's a little hit or miss, but you know, nostalgia for it since I was like 8 at the time. So big into Alpha Team when I was younger. Here we've got the Ninja stuff, I think everything here is the same. Maybe I didn't have the Kabaya stuff last year, but these are 4 Kabaya sets, and this is another selection of 4 Kabaya sets. So they had 2 waves of promos, which is I think might have been the only theme to do that. And then we've also got the minifigure line that's on a razor there, or a riser, as you can see it a little bit more. Yeah. Paradisa has the pizzeria, which is very Lego Island coded. And then the Breezeway Cafe is down here, which is another like mid-90s iconic town theme or town set. All the Paradisa stuff, same as last time. None of that's changed. Moving quick, we've got the adventure stuff, so Orient Expedition. Some of my favorites of all time over here. Just really cool looking. Yeah, so we've got China, India, and the Himalayas, so the 3 different sections. And then below that we've got Jungle. Another, man, I just love adventures. All the themes were so good, all the sub-themes. Sorry, it's not focusing. And then we've got Egypt up here. Some of the rare stuff I've got back here is this tower. Let's see if I can pull that out. So, Land of Adventure, 2008, Legoland, California. And this is all a glued model. This Duplo brick in the center is not originally there. I added that in. But it's from the same Land of Adventure there. It's normally just an arch. But even this Johnny Thunder is glued down. So, this is a fun one I found on eBay. Really not too much info about this thing, but cool to have. And then also the mummy sarcophagus container opens up on the bottom with like a screw-on lid, similar to the blimp down there where you can store the pieces. That one comes with not this one right here, that theme. Yeah, I can't find, I found like 2 or 3 other pictures of that set online, or of this tower build, but it's very obscure. It was obviously only sold in Legoland, California for like 2008, so not much documentation on it. Let's see. We've got Valley of the Kings. This one also did have a version that came with the sarcophagus. This one had a version that came with the sarcophagus and one that came without. These are 2 sets, 2995, 2996, or maybe the alternate. 2995 and 96 were like a combo pack together along with this Johnny Thunder, but this Johnny Thunder was also sold separately. So a bunch of weird stuff going on with this theme. These 3 and that 4, these 4 sets are Kabaya promos. So same thing going on there. This set's really fun for the Valley of the Kings because it uses a sarcophagus as a like chassis for the car, or like the cab for the car, which I thought was really interesting. All right, so that's all of Egypt. Oh, and the other thing that I got within the last year was this store display banner for the Egypt wave of adventures. This is one of my favorite items in my collection, just hands down. I mean, it's like 6 foot tall. It's a cloth printed banner. This was used in stores. Got this from Japan, so very, very lucky to find this at all and to have it be like a reasonable price to import at the time. So really lucked out with that. That's one of my favorites. But yeah, below all that is another theme that I've been going crazy on recently, even more so than I had in the past, and that is Zalix. So I think I just surpassed 100 racers. This side over here is all sealed. Like every single one of these boxes is sealed. So I've got the entire wave of 16 racers sealed. I've got 2 Sub-Zeros. These ones are other ones that I just got sealed. So we've got 6 more here. So 2 Lupins, 2 Warriors, and then we've got Surfer and Gear. So I got these for really, really cheap on eBay. Not even, a couple weeks ago. It was very recent. And then these are all my extra racers. So these are the wave of 16. These are extras. And then all of these launchers here also have racers inside them. So there's a Gear. Even the Ghost over here has an extra one. So yeah, that's my Zalix Empire. I continue on my trail to be the largest Zalix collection in the world, and I challenge anybody to prove me wrong. I would actually be very impressed to see a Zalix collection larger than this. That would be quite an endeavor. So they're getting harder and harder to find now, which is kind of annoying. I've been trying to, every time I place a Bricklink order, just buy some pieces here and there to build more, but the stores that have them are few and far between now, so, or at least have them in large quantities, so more difficult to do. So yeah, this whole wall is roughly the same. The Alpha Team and Town stuff is new, but other than that. So over here, oh, and I didn't show the boxes up here. So we've got oh, and I don't think I showed the Dino Island stuff. So here's Dino Island. These 4 are Kabaya promos. These 4 down here is actually the combo build, but this is like a North American version of the promo sets. So not Kabaya promos, but a like combo build promo set. And then like the Dino Research Compound, another classic. And I love the iconic like 2000s Dino there. Yeah, so we've got the Dino Research Compound, we've got the Amazon Ancient Ruins box, the Dragon Fortress box, the Sphinx Secret Surprise, which is another just amazing 90s Lego set. Then we've got the Rock Raiders headquarters, and then we've got Alpha Team base, the Aerotube hangar, the Arctic base, and then the Ninja's Fire Fortress. So that's the top row on this shelf. Then over here is Star Wars, and so these are the risers that I was talking about, where you've got these clear risers that help you see all the sets, especially the smaller ones. So like you've got the Jedi Defense, you've got Qui-Gon versus Darth Maul, you've got the Gungan Patrol, you've got the Gungan Swamp, and then a bunch of the pod racers, like the Pod Racer Bucket, and then the Pod Racer set 7171, a bunch of minifigures there, and then down below that we've got, so that's all my episode 1 stuff, and that's the kind of stuff that I want to go for on some of the other cluttered shelves over on that side. So this was like my test run shelf, and I think it turned out pretty well. Yeah, so here we've got episode 2, and we've got Jango's Slave 1, we've got the Jedi Starfighter for Obi-Wan. So this one I'm actually going to sell because this one is sealed. I just need to get around to reviewing it, as with like everything in this room. You've got the Bounty Hunter Pursuit, got Zam Wessel, classic figure, love that one. And then I've got a Jango Fett Slave 1 in the style of the classic Boba Fett Slave 1 down here. So just color swapped version. Yeah. And then we've got the ATTE along with the Geonosian, I don't know what it's called, but it's got the Geonosians as well as the Sandred battle droids. And then below that, we've got the Republic gunship, as well as some of the other episode 2 sets, like the Tusken Raider encounter, the Yoda and Count Dooku battle. Got the Pearl battle droids, which are awesome. Jedi Bob, of course, iconic. And then below that, we've got episode 3. So this is one that I can definitely make some more room if I put another shelf in there. But we've got the space battle with like the Target exclusive version. So we've got Obi-Wan Starfighter. We've got Darth Vader Transformation. We've got just some extra clones that I have here. We got the 501st Battle Pack. Got the ARC Troopers. And then some red, some red and some yellow. And then some standard clone troopers there. I love the Phase 2 clones. They're really cool. Then we've got 2 of these clone Scout Walkers. Really generous. My buddy in Australia sent me the Wookiee Catamaran. It doesn't have any figures, so I'm going to have to get those, which is unfortunately a lot of money, but it's cool to have the Catamaran itself. These are custom clones, actually. Pad printed, really high quality, but they look like the green variants that come with that set, but just in blue. So very cool customs there. I've got 2 of those. Found them on eBay for quite cheap, just by pure luck. We've got Obi-Wan versus General Grievous down here, the General Grievous chase, and of course I had to swap them all out with chrome lightsabers, so got rid of those crappy gray lightsaber hilts. Gotta give them the fancy chrome. So that's my prequels shelf, this one over here, and then this is the minifig line, so all 12 of those, 4 sets, as well as Darth Revan over here. Very nice Lego store employee gave me that one. And then the mini kit builds from the Lego Star Wars game, but these were sets from like 2002 or 2003 for a couple years. So again, I've got these on risers so that you can kind of see them all. So we've got, I think it's 14 in total, because some of them have a combo build like the TIE Bomber and the Y-Wing up there. So all those at the top there, and then we start with episode 4. So you've got the X-Wing, you got the TIE Advance, Darth Vader, as well as the Y-Wing over here, and then we've got the original Millennium Falcon, which is one of my favorites, and then we've got the original Land Speeder, as well as the original Mos Eisley Cantina with Greedo. And then this is a 3D printed Bantha that I made. Ripped the model from the Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga game, and then printed it and painted it, so I think that looks really cool. And then the Droid Escape is another one that I had as a kid that's just very nostalgic for me, as well as this custom chromed C-3PO, nice chrome gold, so it looks great there. And then we've got the 2014 Mos Eisley Cantina, just another fantastic set, one of the few like modern-ish sets that I have, as well as some more 3D printed Banthas. I made one version without the stud on the back so that it's just the Bantha by itself. And then I made this one here that has the studs so you can sit your Tusken Raiders on them. So you can ride them like in the game. And then here's just a half-size one that's a baby Bantha. So then we've got the Lars Homestead that has been raided by Tusken Raiders. This is a mock that I made several years back, but it's got like all the interior that you would expect out of a, like an early 2000s Star Wars set. So pretty cool. Then for episode 5, we've got the Yoda's Hut with X-Wing from 2003, I want to say. And then we've got the 2018 update to Yoda's Hut. And then we've got the 2019 20 Years of Star Wars Snowspeeder that comes with the Lando figure. Just because I'm never going to own Cloud City, which is totally fine. That set is just stupid. There's no reason that anyone should pay $3,000 for a single Lego set, but I digress. Then we've got the Boba Fett Slave 1 from 2000. We've got the 2017 Carbon Freezing Chamber. And then we've got the Twin Pod Cloud Car, as well as the TIE Bomber. And then down here we've got a couple of the smaller Episode 6 sets. So we've got the AT-ST, we've got the Ewok Attack, we've got the Luke versus the Land Speeders, and then we've got Jedi Duel 1 and 2 back there, as well as a Star Wars clock. And then some random minifigures that a friend gave me. And then, for the last of the Star Wars shelf, we've got Jabba's Sail Barge, the original version, which is just iconic and a very good set. It comes with the why am I blanking? The pit of Carcoon? Is that the word? Can't remember. Sarlacc, duh. And then it's also got a skiff with it, and then there's the original skiff build. And then Jabba's Palace, so this is the 2003 version. So it's funny, you've got the yellow skin Princess Leia, and then you've got the tan skin Princess Leia in there. And then we've got the 2 side builds that go with that set, so Jabba's Prize and Jabba's Message, as well as some fun alternate Gonk Droid builds there in light gray. So yeah, that is my Star Wars shelf. And on top, I've got boxes for the AT-TE, the Republic Gunship, Jango Slave 1, and then the X-Wing and Boba Slave 1, as well as the sail barge on this side. And so we're just about done here. We're getting close. Here is sort of a hodgepodge shelf, a catch-all, if you will. It's got extreme stunts, it's got gravity games. These are just random sets that I had or wanted as a kid. Then we've got the X pods, so we've got the original 5. We've got 3 of the second wave, 3 of the fourth, or 3 of the third wave, and I'm missing 1 from each of those. And then we've got the Creator robots from the same era as the X pods. And then below that, we've got the dinosaurs sets. So you got the 4 full size. This one is not built because it's still sealed, so I'll have to review that. But you've got the big 3, and then the mini ones, and then these 3 are Kabaya promos. So same like 2003 Creator era as these guys up here, or maybe 2004. So yeah, that's a Kabaya wave. Down here we've got more Kabaya promos. So this is like a town, like early 2000s town set of promos. And then we've got the system promos, so these 4 right here. And then we've got the Technic promos, so these 4 right here. I've got 1 of the Robo Rider promos, I still need the other 3. And then we've got the 4 Lego Racers promos, so these are like the Stunt Rally promos. These are Kabaya promos that are sealed, so I'll have to review those. Then we've got just some random 70s sets. Here we have the Tipper Truck, shout out Brixar. And then we've got the original Lego set that came with a minifigure, the first minifigure ever, according to Lego, 1978. And then this is the minifigure series from 2018 celebrating that. And so that's the remake, and he's holding the box for the set there, and that's the original set. So got to keep those together. Below that, we have my 1 Robo Rider set that I have at the moment, the Boss. Although hopefully at some point I'll be able to get the other 6 again. And then we've got Spybotics, which I also need to review. So this is the green one. This is a sealed one for the red one. And this is a new but open box for the blue one, Giga Mesh. And then one of my other favorite pieces of my collection, the Not Cola can, that is actually a spy camera. We flip that up there. And I've also got the box for that one. So there you go. Oh, thank you, Stever. I missed your message about the Banthas. And yes, X-Pods are fantastic. So this is another catch-all shelf down here. We've got like, what's it called? Like Launch Center or like City Space, something like that. Early 2000s. These 4 are Kabaya promos again. Shocking, I know. Mars Mission Master Builders activity booklet that also has some Lego pieces that is sealed. So maybe I'll review that one. Probably should. Then we've got the 2 Knights Kingdom sets that I have. The Border Ambush and Danju's Battle with Vladik. Then we've got just some other random stuff around here. Like a soccer set. 70s cars. And then the Tron set, as well as the Toy Story Army Men, and then the Lego Movie couch. So one of the last, or this is the last like full-size Billy shelf, has got the 3 pirate sets that I have, as well as a Lepin Black Sea, or sorry, I'm losing my mind. I've been talking for an hour and a half straight. The Black Pearl. Not the Black Seas Barracuda. Yeah, the Black Pearl. Yeah, so that's fake Lego. But then these 3 are real. So we've got the Mill, the Cannibal Encounter, or the Cannibal something or other, and then the Fountain of Youth. So some cool minifigures there. I just like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies a lot, so I wanted to get those. And then moving up a little bit, we've got Harry Potter. So these are the book, like the girl sets, the book girl sets that have a lot of fun colors, a lot of cool accessories. Got all 3 of those here with Ron, Hermione, and Harry. So we've got the Gryffindor Common Chambers, we've got the Potion Class, we've got the stores, and then we've got the Quidditch set in the corner there. And then up here we've got Harry's House, Escape from Privet Drive. We've got Nocturne Alley. And then Quality Quidditch Supplies. This one is new open box, so that's another one that I'll have to review. And then we've got Gringotts Bank. And then above that, we've got the original Hogwarts Castle along with the Chamber of Secrets just below that. So I never had any of these Harry Potter sets growing up, but my next door neighbor did, and I was always jealous of how cool these sets were just because they've got so many cool pieces and cool accessories and minifigures. So once I found out that they're actually relatively cheap nowadays, I went ahead and picked up a bunch of them. So those, a little more than half a shelf here, is all pretty recent. And then got the box for the Hogwarts Castle up there. So over here, these are some sealed sets in the corner that I'll have to review at some point. This is a Japanese Christmas promo with Santa and a polar bear in there. And the box actually punches out to make a little snow display scene. Some river runners, treasure transport, bunch of random stuff, some dinosaurs sets, Brickmaster, Island Extreme Stunts, little town sets, Biker Bob. So yeah, these ones are eventually, I'll get to them. Some random sets that are not really like sets that I can build or display, more just like parts packs. So this is like a 70s parts pack. This is like the 2019 or 2018 parts pack. Bunch of like old like 60s like fences and trees and stuff like that. So stuff that I can't really display because they don't build into anything. But then over here we've got my 725 town plan. So here's the box for that one down here. Sorry, 725 down here, and then 717. So these are 1961. So these are some of the oldest Lego sets that I own. And you've got all these HO scale vehicles. So classics. Got these little like Mercedes trucks. Fun stuff. I really like this era of Lego. It's very cool piece of Lego history over here. This is the only place I can display it. It's perfectly the right dimensions width-wise, but as far as depth, it hangs over maybe about 6 inches there. But that's why I put it towards the bottom so that it could actually like kind of be out of the way. Let's see what else we've got. We've got a bunch of extra base plates down here, and then Mindstorms, the original wave of Mindstorms. Haven't done a whole lot with that. Last time I tried to install it, I completely destroyed my Windows XP laptop, so that was cool. Took me like a year to fix it, so haven't been too eager to try that again. And then up here we've got Ollie, the Legoland model, and then just like a acrylic photo frame that's got a bunch of 90s figures in there on the frame. This is the Adventures Egypt chess set that's from the Ultimate Lego book, so I had to reverse engineer that and rebuild it. Got an F-22 mock that a friend found online, built, and then traded to me eventually. And then got Adventures Dino Island. I think these were Legoland like kids meal toys. So there's 3 of them in there. There's the canteen, there's the flashlight, and the watch. So I've got all 3 of them here, still sealed, so don't need to really open those, I guess. Got my Orient Expedition drawstring bag, as well as this Orient Expedition pen holder that I just got last week. So pretty cool. It's supposed to come with a bunch of supplies inside. Right now mine's just empty, so hopefully I can find one of those that's actually got stuff in it. But yeah, so as it stands, that is the Lego room. So this is my Empire 25 years in the making, roughly. Basically, since I was 3, I've been keeping all my Legos, and then acquiring my siblings' Legos as they grew out of it, and then also just buying my own as I got older. So this is what I've been working on for definitely the majority of my life. I'm very glad to be able to display it now. Pretty close to perfectly. Like obviously I need to move some stuff around, and I'm gonna get a big like 6-foot by 8-foot table for the center here to build on and display stuff. Last night I was building the power miner stuff, which I don't really have space for and I'm not a huge fan of, but Oh, and there is some more stuff in here. So this is where I try to keep all my video game stuff. This is all Lego stuff that I'm probably going to eventually sell. So a bunch of random sets, like a lot of space sets that I don't care for. Extra like Spybotic stuff and Power Miner stuff that I don't really want to keep. Just some random stuff. And then here we've got, this is my Zalix Graveyard, which I showed in my last live stream. This one, it's actually gotten bigger. So I'm going to have to get more Zalix pieces to complete more racers. This is Lego Island down here, so I'll need to build and display that at some point. But we'll see when I have space for that. Oh, the brick stop says the photo frame has figs on it that Lego never made. Let me see. Let me find out. Also, welcome to the stream, Brickstop. Good to see you. Yeah, so I mean, we've got this girl in the bikini there that I don't think was ever in a set. Got Pip and Reed. We've got Mac from Life on Mars. We've got Magisto. Got a generic soccer guy, Johnny Thunder. Steven Spielberg. We've got the 2000 Castle Queen. Did they ever make King Leo as a minifigure? I can't remember. So for sure that, well, I don't want to say for sure, but I'm like 90% sure that girl there was never a Lego figure. Maybe King Leo. I mean, if he did come in anything, it would be King Leo's castle, but I don't remember offhand. That's like the era of castle that I'm not as invested in. And Stever says Empire of Plastic, which is very accurate. So yeah, Lego Island is still in there, which I'm going to have to build and find a space for, which is going to be tough. And then, oh, another project I just took up a couple weeks ago was organizing all my instructions and catalogs. So finally got nice dividers. So we've got Castle, we've got Star Wars, Adventures, and they've all got like sleeve protectors for the different themes. And then like for the small sets, I've got these little card holders like that. So these two boxes right here contain the entirety of my, like, I don't know, I would say close to 700 sets. So lots of instructions in here. So, and then over here, these are my shop at home catalogs. So we've got from 1992 up until 2016. I do have some newer ones in that, but I just keep them somewhere else because I'm never going to go back and look at 2017 catalogs or earlier because I just don't care about that era of Lego. And then maybe it'd be a fun way to end the stream is looking through an old catalog. So y'all give me a year and we can end this stream by looking at an older catalog. So anything from 1992 to 2016, whatever you're feeling, we'll take a look at it. And then same thing with magazines here. So magazines we've got from 1986 all the way to 2016 as well. Just a lot of fun stuff in here. So back when it was Brick Kicks, which I think was official. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was part of the Lego Builders Club, so that was what they originally called it. And then it became Lego Mania magazine in the mid-90s, 94 it looks like. And then eventually that became, when does it stop being Mania? Oh, and then I've also got some Japanese ones in here. So Japanese catalogs from like early 2000s in here. A lot of fun. Looks like it's still, okay, it looks like around 2003 or 2002 is when they changed it to just Lego Magazine. So we went from Brick Kicks to Mania to Magazine. Is this, yeah. Oh, there's a Japanese one. So we got Japanese Bionicle one there. That's pretty cool. And then apart from that, let's see, 1998. Oh, sorry, I missed some old stuff. Wow, yeah, it's just not showing me these as they come by. Just the girl, I guess. Okay, King Leo was in a few sets, good to know. Flip the old catalogs. Yes, I really do. I flip through these quite a good bit every time I'm feeling like seeing the way they used to display all the old stuff. Um, let's see. This is Lego Island the mock. So if you go on my channel, you can look at like some of my old videos or like if you sort by, I think if you sort by oldest, you'll probably find it pretty quick. Where I did in 2017, I built the entire island. So I reverse engineered it and ordered the parts from Bricklink and that kind of stuff. And so all that stuff is in there. 1998, earlier 90s, or 1999 for the intro of Star Wars. 1999 sounds pretty good. We can do that because that's got like Rock Raiders, that's got Star Wars and a bunch of other cool themes at the time. So we'll go through a 1999 one. But what else I had was in my my closet over here. I finally got these giant tubs for the boxes that I'm not able to display. So this one, and then this one are completely filled, like to the brim, with boxes. So these are just the empty boxes that I didn't have room for. Let me unhook this here. So like we've got some, 79 Space. We've got some Rock Raiders. We've got Breezeway Cafe. Some more Castle. So that's a lot of boxes. But oh, and there's my other chief. He's in here, keeping him safe and sound. So yep. And then this I'm actually selling for a buddy because he doesn't want the box, but I don't have the set, so I don't have a need for it yet. Maybe at some point I'll get the set. Anyways, so that's the whole Lego tour. I guess we'll go grab that 1999 catalog. I don't think I missed anything. Just looking around. These are a bunch of little pamphlets that I still need to organize. These are all the like tiny little set inserts and all the little like medium catalogs. So a lot of cool stuff in there as well. I think that is actually everything this time though. So that's the whole Lego room. That's the update. Let's go grab a 1999 catalog and finish this off. Let's see, what do we have for 1999? Oh, we have a lot of options for 1999. Wow. All right, so we've got this one here, this one. That's a heavy one. Ooh, Rockin' Adventures. This is one that I looked at religiously as a kid. I got this from my cousin, and just, I mean, it was constant. I think this is that same catalog, but without the cover ripped off. Maybe that's a good one to go with. Or maybe we can do the Rock Raiders one. Let me see. What else we got? Jungle, Holiday. Ooh, the Holiday one is a pretty large one as well. And there's an alternate for that one. What are y'all thinking? Holiday or Fall? I think these are the two biggest ones, so we'll probably see the most cool stuff. I think I like the Holiday, the cover there. Like that rock monster with the Santa hat. And does it? Yeah, it does have Star Wars as well, so let's do this one. I'm making the call. Oh, this one? Yeah. Here, we'll bring both of these then. If we have time, we'll also do the Star Wars one. And I guess we have time. It just depends on how long my voice will last. Let me move this guy out of the way. Have to finish that one after the stream. Make sure I can set this up where y'all can see it. Might have to move the friends set. Awesome. Too many Legos everywhere. All right, can y'all see that? Again, I've the entire stream I've had this like grayed out screen that says orientation is locked, rotate device back. So it looks way more dim than it probably is to you guys, but let me know if that looks good. Because for some reason YouTube thinks that my device is rotated the wrong way. Alright, so inside here we've got a bunch of Star Wars. We've got the Sith Infiltrator, I believe. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the Sith Infiltrator. That's one that I don't have that I would probably get at some point, just because it's got Darth Maul. No, I really think I do, Thiever. I think I've got way too much. But hopefully at some point, once I, do a bunch of reviews of it, I can pare it down to the stuff that I think is like the best of the best. Here we've got all the episode 1 stuff. So we've got the Gungan sub, another one that I'd like to get. We've got the Naboo Swamp, the lightsaber duel, the pod race, which is this one I have the set like you saw earlier, but I'm missing some crucial pieces like the tubes and I think Sebulba, and that's basically it. But I'll probably get a complete version of that at some point. Ooh, nice. Yeah, multiple of the Sith Infiltrator on clearance. I wish I had been like buying my own sets back then. Far too young. And then we've got some of the episode 4 sets. So it looks like we got the X-Wing, a classic. I love that one. And then the land speeder, just really cool. $675, and you get Luke and Obi-Wan and a lightsaber. And then we've got the speeder bikes. The Snow Speeder, which surprisingly I don't have any versions of the original Snow Speeder, because I know they re-released this one in like 2002. Same thing they did with the X-Wing and this one right here, the Y-Wing and the TIE Advance. So, yeah, I don't know why I don't have the Snow Speeder. I probably need to get that. Then we've got the, what is it called? Spaceport. That's what it was. I couldn't remember. So that's the one I have. I also have that one just because I had that when I was a kid. The correct color, yes. I assume you've been watching Slugger's videos about the proper color of snow speeders. And then, let's see. This one I've always kind of been interested in just because it got the light and sound functions. Those are always cool. This one also has that, which I think it looks like it is actually the same piece. I never noticed that. So same light and sound function. So I guess I've already got it, but I don't have this one. Oh, classic. The Rock Raider spread. Here, it looks like the glare's kind of getting in the way. Probably got to put it back down. There we go. Everything you need. You got the Granite Grinder, Chrome Crusher, Tunnel Transport, Headquarters, Loader Dozer. Looks like we're only missing the Tunnel Scout and the Rapid Rider. Oh, and the crew. Nice. Now we've got some jungle. I love, love, love this set. I think this is the best jungle set, like by far, with the River Expedition, where you've got the Brickstop. You don't have the Rock Raiders HQ. That's very shocking to me. Unfortunate that it shot up so much recently. It was like like an $80 set forever, as long as I can remember, until I think COVID, when it became like a $200 set, which is ridiculous. I would never pay that much for it, but that's okay. Speaking of overpriced sets, the Amazon Ancient Ruins, this one's stupid expensive, like $200 to $300, which I just don't think it's worth that either. I think that this is the one to get if you're only getting a single jungle set, as well as the Zeppelin, just because that's so unique. It's got the like blimp mold that actually stores pieces in it, which is really cool. Now this is cool. They've got both waves of Johnny Thunder available in the same catalog. I didn't realize that they were still on shelves at the same time. I thought they would have phased this out pretty quick. So we've got the Ferris Forbidden Ruins. We've got the Sphinx Secret Surprise. Similar to Jungle, I think that the Sphinx Secret Surprise is actually better than the Ferris Forbidden Ruins. So if you're only going to get one, I would highly recommend that. Yeah, the blimp is very cool. This is another one that I had since I was a kid. Found that on Craigslist. I was a weird kid, man. I was going on Craigslist, like meeting random people to get get the like Lego sets that nobody cared about at the time. Like literally they were like $10 for this because it was, this was probably like 2006. So this was like old stuff that nobody cared about at the time. So I've always been weird, which is good. Helps me save money. We've got Town. So this is a lot of like the early, or I guess late 90s Town, but transitioning into the more simplistic builds. Not Town Junior though. Town Junior is not a real theme. See my Instagram for more information on that, because AFOLs decided to label Town Junior as a theme, and it's not a theme. There is no Town Junior branding. There is no there is no set list of Town Junior sets, so don't let anybody gaslight you into believing that Town Junior exists, because it does not. So that's another thing that Bricklink has wrong. It has that as a separate theme. Same thing with Brick Set. Same thing with, I think, Piron 2. Ferris Forbidden Ruins is possibly the best adventure set of all time. I disagree. I do think it's good. I definitely don't want to like say it's bad because it's awesome. But okay, yeah. Now they're on the shelves for 3 to 6 months, and you're out of luck. Yeah, that's very true. Sets come and go real quick now. I don't know if you were on when I showed this earlier, Brickstop, but this is my Ferris Forbidden Ruins store display, like cloth banner that I got from Japan, which is just amazing. This makes me appreciate the set more than like the actual set, which is over here. I don't think that this set displays very well either, because you've got the back half there that's like way smaller than the front half, so it doesn't sit on a shelf very well. Whereas something like the play area of the Sphinx Secret Surprise is just like all out there in the open. Like you've got all these fun little side builds. You've got basically the same number of minifigures as this. You got the raised base plate, which has got all these cool like hidden things. Like you got this the digging area under there. You've got the tent. You've got like car. You've got the campsite. You've got like palm tree, obelisk, mummy. Like this set just has it all, in my opinion. I think that it's a better version of that. And I think even the blimp here is outdone by the Orient Expedition blimp. So like if you want a blimp, that's a better one. Oh yes, this is very awesome. Yeah, like I was saying before, this is absolutely one of my favorite pieces in my whole collection, is this store display. Fun little fact that I noticed was that the Scorpion here is actually a prototype element, because it's got the solid stud, whereas all the production ones have the indented stud, or hollow stud. All right, where were we? We were looking at our... Okay, perfect. Yes, Sphinx Secret Surprise is absolutely no contest there. The best Egyptian set. Overall best Johnny Thunder set, I'm still not sure. They're all so unique. Like all the waves are so unique. It'd be hard to choose like a single one, but Sphinx is definitely up there. Like that is so... It's just so perfect. Like you cannot make a better like play set and display set. Like it does it both. So really like that one. We've got the Town stuff, as I was ranting. Town Junior doesn't exist. Am I going to review the Lion Knight's Castle? Yeah. Oh wait, are you talking about the new one, Doggus? Like the $400 one? Because if so, no. I don't plan on getting that one. But I do have the original over there. Which, I've been saying for, like a decade now that I'm going to review all this stuff, and then haven't gotten to it. So, maybe stick around for another 8 to 10 years and I'll get to it, but we'll see when that happens. We've got more city stuff, more Coast Guard stuff. We've got the police station. I think this is the one that's featured in Lego Island 2, I want to say. Yeah, this area of town is pretty charming, although I didn't have much of it growing up, and my nostalgia is more for like the Lego Island era, so this is like Lego Island 2 era. Which there's some good stuff in here, but for me, I much prefer like the mid-90s aesthetic of town. And I don't think I had much of this growing up. Like I was mostly into Star Wars and adventures at the time, so I didn't get much town. Which, this is the stuff I would have gotten when I was a kid. Yeah, City Center, that's the actual name for this era. Duplo, classic. You got the Winnie the Pooh stuff. I think my brother had this one. Yeah, 90s town. Yeah, I guess this is like going into the 2000s era town. So then we've got Scala. Oh, I forgot about Scala, whatever you call it. Basically just Barbie for Lego. I don't think I've ever owned a Scala set. Maybe I should get one just to have something. But they're also really hard to find now, which is annoying. Belleville, another classic one. I do love the colors in Belleville. You've got a lot of fun parts in colors that like don't exist anywhere else. Like all these like trans glitter pink pieces, like all these big ramparts and stuff. I think that's like cool. But again, these are hard to find and usually expensive, so I don't have any. Maybe I'll get one just to have a sampling. Let's see, we've got all the parts, the old version of Pick-a-Brick here. Yes, Town Junior is A Falls hating. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Yeah, so instead of going to Pick-a-Brick to get all your pieces, you would just come here and order the types that you needed. There was also, I guess they don't have it here, but there was like figure packs that you could get of just like town figures. So you can order your base plates down there. Rescue. I think I always preferred Rescue to just the standard town stuff around this area, or around this era. Paradisa is the only girl theme I paid any attention to. Yeah, kind of same for me. I have a lot of Paradisa just because I love the pastels on it. And the town vibe, or like the builds, fit in with like the Lego Island era. So it looks very like, it's like the sister theme to the 90s town for Lego Island stuff. So I really like the aesthetics on Paradisa. I have a lot of that. I would love to like complete that line one day. Yeah, Rescue is pretty cool. I don't think I had any of this stuff here, but I do remember thinking that stuff looked good. Extreme Team. Obviously, I always wanted this one, mainly just because of the raised base plate, so when I got that a couple years back, I was thrilled. This was the other set that I picked up at the same time as the Mummies Ruin thing that I was talking about, the Craigslist haul that I just... I don't know, 10-year-olds shouldn't be on Craigslist buying Lego, but, you know, early 2000s was a different time, I guess. I turned out fine, so I guess it all works out. But then we've got the gear stuff. So, no, didn't have any of this stuff. What is this, Creator? Yeah, Lego Creator. I do think I played that at a friend's house, but I never owned that one. Then we've got the classic pins. We've got all under $10. Oh, there we go. There's the Rock Raider stuff. We've got Treasure Transport, Solo Sub, just some iconic small sets here. The Beach Buggy, Road Rescue, Recon Ray. I like this. I like the sampling of like little sets. Some keychains. I know I've got Jet. I have Johnny Thunder. I think I have that racer, and I think I have Santa. So I've got quite a few of the keychains in here. This is this is what I was thinking about. So you've got your town figures here, you've got your accessories pack, you've got your road base plates. These were always really fun. Like you've got horse pack there, you've got let's see what else we've got. The Aquanauts, that's what it was. I couldn't remember the name Aquanauts. I was thinking Aquazone. Then we've got the PC games. Sorry if I'm missing messages again. Okay, no. Just talking about Rescue. Cool. PC games, so we got Rock Raiders and Lego Racers, Legoland. I would assume Creator. Oh yeah, there's Creator, Lego Loco, and Lego Chess down in the corner here. But the new ones for the year, I guess, were Rock Raiders, Racers, and Legoland. So all great games. I love all the early 2000s and 90s Lego games. Let's see what else we've got. Now it's weird that they're selling this in the same magazine that they've also got the Mos Espa pod race that's got this same build in it, but there it is. Got the Bell boat really floats. I always like those. Diablo and StarCraft, good stuff. Yeah, I grew up in that era where all the Lego games were like coming out, like the early 2000s ones, before all the before it just turned into like Lego Star Wars 10 times over. But they were doing a lot of like cool imaginative stuff at the time. Let's see, Ninja. Love all these. Have all of them, so good stuff. I like the Emperor Stronghold a lot, and I also like the Fire Fortress. The rest of them are kind of okay. The Shanghai Surprise is good. Robber's Retreat, not that great, and then the Blaze Attack is probably the worst one. The Ninja Surprise is also good. Yes, Ninja is so good. Brickstop, do you have like the Kabaya promos and the figures line where you've got the green ones and all that kind of stuff? Those ones took me the longest to track down. I finally got, I think, all of them last year, maybe the year before. But that like officially finished my Ninja line because now I have all the main series, all the promo sets and everything. Ooh, yes, more Ninja. So we've got the Flying Ninja Fortress. That's a classic. Got the Ninja Knights. Stone Tower Bridge is another one. Yes. See, this is another thing, is looking at these old catalogs, I just think the way that LEGO presents their sets, like back in this era, was just so much better than what they do now, where it's just like a set on a blank page, or like a render or whatever. Like, I love the real photography that you got down here with the rocks, and like all the smoke that they put in for the effects, and the nice like sunset background. Just very eye-catching. Ooh, yeah, the green ninjas they're so expensive. I got really lucky on eBay that somebody put that set up for, I want to say like $25. And so, I mean, I was on that like that. Like within seconds, as soon as I got the notification, I was like, sold, give me that. Because I had been looking for those guys for, 20 years now. That was one of my best ninja finds for sure. But I love like all the different colors of the ninjas. I always had the gray one and the black one, but like the polybag version. So you've got like the raft and then the glider, and so those came with me everywhere. So moving to Insectoids. Insectoids was another like 90s theme for space that didn't do a lot for me. I had this base. I think I got that in like 2013. And oh yeah, just the main Shogun. I forgot about him because that was another one that I found for $25 without the card. But then I got lucky on Bricklink where somebody put the card up by itself for maybe like $5. So I got him for really cheap all in. That's always my advice, is just stock eBay. Put like alerts for like specific terms that you're looking for, and just like check it religiously, and maybe you'll get lucky. Like that's like 90% of the good deals I find is just from being lucky, from like refreshing the app every couple minutes. But yeah, so Insectoids was never it for me. I do like the magnetic bits that go with the little crystals here, that you could like attach them to the magnets and it would pick them up because the sticker was magnetic. That always intrigued me. But like this one here, I sold that one a long time ago because I just didn't care for it. And then I never had any of this other stuff here, so not much nostalgia for Insectoids. Then we've got, oh yeah, UFO and Insectoids. They are very similar visually, similar design languages. A lot of this era was, I mean, even the Aquazone stuff does feel like the 90s space stuff. But for me, for whatever reason, the Aquazone just hits better. Like, I just like this style of building more than the 90s space stuff. So this is the hydrocrystallization station. This is the one I was saying I really enjoy. I don't have any of the like bigger Stingray stuff, which maybe I should get. Like this one especially has always looked interesting to me. And then you've got the crystal detector down here. That's a classic. I like that one a lot. Oh, I didn't know that they like had a lore connection to UFO. That's cool. I might get some hate for Model Team, but I never cared for like this stuff or like the Technic stuff of this era, or really Technic stuff in general. Just isn't that big for me. But I know that a lot of people love this stuff, like especially the big trucks and stuff. Oh yeah, and then they had this RC car. Forgot about that. That's one that I would like to get just to test out, just to see like what it, how it works. I guess it's the same as any other RC car, but it's interesting that LEGO did one. Okay, good. Model Team is mid. I'm not the only one that thinks so. Yeah. So we've got the train stuff again. For some reason, I was never that big into trains. To me, there was like more interesting stuff like Star Wars and adventures. I was always more into those themes than train or town. So, but again, oh yeah, I know that there was a lot more Model Team stuff that came later, or maybe it was even earlier than this. That like the big like Mack truck or whatever that people like. So yeah, train. Not much to say here. I'll move on. More train. I mean, this is at least cool that you've got like the whole loading dock area, but again, I would never buy something like this. And it's like $150 back in 1999, so that's probably what, like 250 or 300 now. So much trains, man. These were the parts of the magazines that I would always skip. You want all the trains now? Yeah, I mean, there's that kind of thing has happened to me before, like especially with Classic Castle. I was always overwhelmed by how much of the 80s and 90s castles there were, and it just seemed too samey from a distance. So I didn't start looking at it until like 2020, and as soon as I did, I just like fell in love with it. So I've had that happen too. Yeah, the early model team. Yeah, I'm just not too familiar with it. Same thing with like the this Technic stuff. Just doesn't really do anything for me. Although, I mean, man, these are big sets. And the prices show for it $122, $64 back in 1999, man. More Technic. More Technic. Wow, they were doing a lot of Technic. I guess it was more popular than I realized. I don't know if it's popular still. I assume it is. I don't really look at modern Lego sets or Lego catalogs. There we go. Some Throwbots. Now some stuff I recognize. So, I mean, it's Technic, but it's definitely out there as far as some of the stuff we've been seeing. So I do like these. Then it shows the combo models, which are just ridiculous. These are so stupid looking, but you gotta love Lego for doing weird stuff back in the 90s. They were always trying something new. Then we've got parts packs, and yeah, that's a fair point, Stever, that the Technic builds are fun, but they look ugly. They don't display well. We got the original Mindstorms. So this had just come out in 1998, so that was pretty new. And then we've also got some of the Star Wars stuff, which I had this one a couple years back, but I never reviewed it, and I'm kind of, maybe I should have, just because I'm curious to see how this technology works. I'm very interested in like old technology, so wow, I don't think I've ever seen this. I didn't know there was a blue RCX brig. Huh. Maybe I should look into this more. That's interesting. But yeah, maybe I should have held on to this to review it first, just to see how it operates. There we go. There's the classic one. That's the one that I do have that I was trying to make a video for, and then it destroyed my computer, so I didn't finish it. But pretty interesting. It looks like that is the end. Yep. That's all of it. So there's our 1999 journey. I feel like 2 hours is probably a good stopping point. So we'll turn this around. 4-foot wide foam store display for OG Mindstorms. I'd love to see what that looks like. I don't know what kind of store displays they had for Mindstorms. Anyways, thank you guys for joining. That is my Lego room as it is in 2025. Hopefully by next year, I can have all my lighting up on the ceiling, as well as my big table in the center, maybe some better organization for some of these themes. But I feel like I'm getting there. I'm getting close. Like, this is definitely a far leap from where we were last year, and then especially from 2 years ago, because, man, it's been a long time coming to have a room like this. I've been really wanting this since I was, since I was old enough to enjoy Lego. I've always wanted to have a dedicated room for it. So the fact that I finally do is just a huge blessing. So very grateful for it. So thank you guys for watching the tour. Hopefully I'll do a update this time next year, and we'll have some more progress. But thanks for chatting, for looking at catalogs with me, and letting me ramble about Lego for a long time. Appreciate it, y'all. Let me see if I can find how to end this. Okay. Yeah, there we go.